we're going to do 10,000 ounces this year. We keep talking about it, but we actually have to just do it.
Season 16 will be Parker Schnabel's most intense season of his entire career. One claim, one short Yukon summer, and a level of pressure that would crush most people long before the first cleanup even happens. Everything centers on Dominion Creek, a huge claim in the Klondike that now controls millions of dollars in machines, fuel, and wages. Before a single rock hits the wash plant, the money already poured into this ground is massive. Every week the mine runs at full power, hundreds of thousands of dollars disappear into the cost of keeping it alive. This is not a small family claim anymore. This is a full industrial mining operation. Excavators, rock trucks, wash plants, pumps, bulldozers, loaders, fuel trucks, and a shop bursting with parts all have to work together. One long breakdown or one bad month can erase what would be life-changing profit for a regular miner. From a distance, mining can look simple. Machines dig, trucks haul, plants wash gravel, gold shows up in the mats. But at Dominion Creek, the story is much more complicated. Parker wants more than a decent season. The goal is to dominate Gold Rush like never before and prove that this entire iron empire can handle the roughest, coldest, most unforgiving ground the Yukon can throw at it. Dominion is supposed to be the next step. More acres, more yardage, more ounces. Instead, the ground starts fighting back from the beginning. Cuts that were expected to be ready turn out to be frozen. Key machines fail at the exact wrong time. Early cleanups come in light, far below what a big operation like this needs to stay ahead. At the same time, there is noise from the outside world. Fans talk about net worth, lifestyle, and relationships. Some online posts twist facts or lean on guesses. While that plays out on screens, the real story is happening in mud, ice, and steel. Season 16 is more than another year on television. It is a high-pressure test of everything Parker has built so far. Dominion Creek will either prove that this new scale of mining can really work in the Yukon, or it will become a very expensive lesson in how harsh the Klondike can be.
To understand the risk, it helps to see what the mine actually looks like now. In the early days of Gold Rush, Parker worked with a handful of machines on smaller claims. It was tough, but the scale was manageable. Dominion Creek is on another level. Across the claim, excavators of every size claw at the ground. Smaller 30-ton machines work tight ditches and tricky edges. Huge 100-ton giants strip away thick layers of frozen overburden, opening up pay dirt that older crews might have taken weeks or months to reach. Heavy rock trucks move back and forth all day and night, hauling thousands of tons of material to the wash plants. Bulldozers push and level to build new roads and ramps. Wheel loaders fill stockpiles and keep plants fed. Gravel screeners sort material before it even reaches the main system. Around that core is a swarm of support equipment. Fuel trucks keep tanks filled. Service trucks carry tools and parts. Low-bed trailers move big machines to new cuts. The site looks less like a small mine and more like a traveling industrial city that just happens to be built on mud and pay dirt. At the center of everything is water. Without water, the wash plants cannot work. Gold stays locked in gravel. Cuts do not drain. Tailings pile up in the wrong places. To solve this, 3 brand new high-capacity water pumps are brought in, straight from the manufacturer. Each one costs around $180,000. Together, they can move thousands of gallons of water every minute and feed multiple wash plants at once. These pumps do not arrive alone. They join more than 20 other pumps Parker already has spread across different sites. The message is clear: no water, no gold. When a pump shuts down, conveyors stop, sluices run dry, and the mine starts losing money by the minute. A small detail shows how intense this world is. Those new pumps arrive with 0 hours on them and empty fuel tanks. It takes $500,000 just to get them on site, and the first step is still to fill them up like any regular machine. That is how normal big money becomes in a place like Dominion. On top of this, a new wash plant is being brought in. It has been designed and built to increase sluice width and run more yardage than older setups. The plan is to fire it up late in the season and use it to finish strong. The risk is clear. An untested plant can cause big problems if something goes wrong under heavy load. There is no long testing phase. It has to hit the ground running and work. Dominion Creek is a landscape of steel, diesel, and moving parts. Everything looks powerful and controlled, but every extra machine also adds one more way for things to break.
Most viewers see the big yellow machines on camera, but the real heart of the operation sits in the shop. This is not a simple shed with a few tools. It looks like a warehouse that happens to have bays for equipment. Shelves and racks hold a huge range of parts. Hydraulic hoses of every length and size, fittings, seals, and bearings, electrical sensors and controllers, replacement rollers, idlers and pumps, spare tracks for excavators, backup cylinders, boxes of small but important pieces that most people would never think about until they fail. To someone who has never worked in remote mining, it might look like overkill, but in the Yukon, it is the only way to survive. A single failed hose on an excavator can shut down a cut. A burned bearing on a conveyor can stop a wash plant. A bad sensor in a control system can lock up an entire line of equipment. If those parts are not on hand, the mine waits. Parts have to be ordered, shipped, and hauled in. Weather can slow deliveries. Roads can be damaged. That waiting time turns into lost production. In a short season, that kind of delay is not just annoying, it is dangerous for the budget. The mining season in the Klondike lasts only a few months. Winter arrives fast and hits hard. Once the ground freezes and the river ices up, everything stops. With daily operating costs at this scale, losing even a week or two to a preventable breakdown can destroy the numbers for the season. This is why Parker's entire approach is built around preventing slowdowns before they happen. If there is even a small chance a part might fail and cause weeks of downtime, that part earns a place on the shelf. Machines are serviced early. Common failure points are checked twice. Crews are trained to spot leaks, noises, and issues before they grow into real problems. The plan is simple. Spend money now on parts and maintenance to avoid losing much larger amounts later. This mindset extends to the whole operation. New wash plants are designed with service in mind. Pumps are installed with backups where possible. Fuel systems are built to handle long days and long shifts. Each season, the team learns from what went wrong last year and tries to remove that weakness from the system. As the mine grows, so does the tension. More machines mean more chances for things to fail. More pumps, more conveyors, more electrical systems all add to the list of possible problems. The hope is that planning, spare parts, and experience keep those failures under control long enough to reach the target set at the start of the season. Season 16 is the moment where this no downtime philosophy faces one of its hardest tests. On a map, Dominion Creek looks like the future. Around 7,500 acres in a historic gold field with space for multiple plants, multiple cuts, and years of development. The plan is to turn this ground into the engine that powers the whole operation for a long time. Up close, the claim has other ideas. One of the most important areas is a stretch the crew calls the long cut. It is supposed to be a key zone for early production, but once digging begins, it becomes clear that the ground is not ready. Just below the surface, permafrost still locks the pay dirt into hard, frozen blocks. Frozen pay cannot be run properly through a wash plant. Rocks and chunks of ice bounce through the system without releasing their gold. The only real solution is to thaw the ground faster. That means a major side project, digging a huge drainage ditch, roughly 8,000 feet long, designed to pull water out and speed up the thaw. This work is expensive and slow. Machines burn fuel, operators work long hours, yet no gold is produced while this happens. The ditch is not a pay cut, it is a lifeline for future production, something that has to be built so real mining can even begin. At the same time, heavy equipment starts breaking at the worst possible moments. A 48-ton excavator, one of the key machines needed to open up ground, goes down. Repair costs land somewhere between $20,000 and $30,000, and the machine sits still while mechanics work. Every hour that excavator is down, other parts of the mine feel the impact. Trucks do not get loaded. The plant does not get enough material. Other machines stand idle or move at half speed. When the wash plants finally run enough pay to get proper cleanups, the numbers are tough to swallow. 1 week brings in just 5.6 ounces of gold. Another cleanup shows 30.88 ounces, worth around $77,000. For most people, that would be an incredible amount of gold. For an operation burning through huge costs every day, it is nowhere near enough. Dominion Creek starts to look like a test that might not have a clear answer. Is the real pay streak still hidden deeper in the ground? Are the cuts in the right place? Or is the team still scratching near the edges of the best zones? Is the season long enough to fix frozen ground, repair machines, and still move the amount of material needed to break even, let alone make a strong profit. Pulling back is almost impossible. Too much has already been invested in roads, plants, pumps, and infrastructure. The only choice is to push harder, keep improving the plan, and hope that the next runs finally reveal the kind of gold that makes all the risk worth it. From the outside, a person in Parker Schnabel's position might be expected to live a flashy lifestyle. Big house, expensive cars, constant luxury trips. The real picture is very different. Public estimates put Parker's net worth somewhere in the range of several $1,000,000, built through years of gold mining and television work. That kind of money could easily fund a comfortable, high-profile life far away from the cold and mud of the Yukon. But most reports and interviews show a much simpler style. There is no big mansion shown off for cameras, no massive display of supercars. In one well-known example, during a work trip to Los Angeles, Parker stays with a friend and sleeps on a couch, instead of checking into a luxury hotel. For someone at the center of a famous TV show, that detail stands out. Most serious spending goes straight back into the mine. Claims like Dominion Creek, new wash plants, replacement machines, and endless parts all consume huge amounts of money. In a sense, the mining operation itself is the big purchase. Every season, more of the income is poured back into ground, gear, and upgrades. When money is spent on personal life, it often focuses on shared experiences rather than material things. There are stories of taking his father to a World Series game, turning a simple trip into a memory that will last forever. There are trips organized for the crew, whether that means hunting in the wilderness or celebrating in places like Las Vegas once a season wraps up. These moments do more than create good memories. They help hold the team together. Mining in the Yukon is hard work. Long stretches away from home, tough conditions, and constant pressure can wear down even the best crew. Shared trips and celebrations remind everyone that they are part of something bigger than a paycheck. This attitude traces back to family history. The Schnabel family has deep roots in Alaska. Going back to the 1930s, Parker's father still works hard on site despite his age. Some of the most important chapters in Parker's life come from time spent with his grandfather, John Schnabel, working side by side at the Big Nugget mine and sharing stories at the dinner table each night. That background helps explain why the focus stays on the mine and the people around it, instead of on personal luxury. The real pride seems to come not from owning the most toys, but from building something that lasts and honoring the work of those who came before. Success and fame bring attention, and that attention is not always fair or accurate. Parker's life is a good example of this. Every year, different sites post new estimates of his net worth. Some numbers go up, some go down. Most of them are guesses. At the same time, there's a constant stream of talk about relationships, friendships, and personal choices. Small moments on camera or on social media are sometimes turned into big stories without much real information behind them. From time to time, stories go even further. There have been dramatic claims online suggesting serious legal trouble, often with eye-catching headlines, but no solid proof. Fact-checking sources have pointed out that some of these posts are based on altered content or misleading captions, and that no real record supports them. Even after this is explained, the rumors continue to echo in certain corners of the internet. All of this creates a strange mix. On one side, there is the public image, a young miner turned TV star, with endless speculation built around his name. On the other side, there is the day-to-day reality of life at Dominion Creek and other claims. Frozen cuts do not thaw faster because of online comments. Pumps do not fix themselves because a rumor went viral. Equipment still breaks, weather still turns, bills still need to be paid. The show itself adds another layer. Cameras capture every win and every problem. A bad cleanup where a missed goal is not private. It becomes part of a season that millions of viewers watch. In earlier seasons, Parker has openly admitted feeling disappointed or frustrated when targets were missed. That pressure feeds directly into how hard Season 16 is pushed. So there are two kinds of pressure at work. One is visible, numbers on a gold scale, money spent and targets set at the start of the year. The other is invisible, expectations from viewers, opinions on social media, and the desire to keep a strong reputation as a serious miner, not just a TV personality. Through all of this, the focus at Dominion remains the same. Keep the machines running, keep the crew motivated, keep chasing better cuts and stronger cleanups. Let the ground, not the rumors, decide whether the season is a success. Season 16 stands as a turning point. Years of growth, millions spent on equipment, and the huge move into Dominion Creek have all built up to this moment. The plan is clear. Run multiple wash plants. Keep powerful pumps pushing a steady flow of water. Use a large fleet of excavators, rock trucks, and bulldozers to move more ground than in any past season. Rely on a fully stocked shop and careful planning to keep downtime as low as possible. At full strength, the operation can burn through around $250,000 every single day. That number is hard to imagine. It means that every hour really does matter. A single day of shutdown is not just an inconvenience, it is a serious hit to the season's results. If the strategy works, Dominion Creek could become the foundation of something much larger than a TV storyline. With its size and potential, the claim could support many seasons of mining, giving Parker and his company a strong position in the Yukon for years to come. It would prove that a young miner, starting with borrowed machines and a family claim, can build an operation that stands alongside much older, more traditional outfits. If the strategy fails, the consequences are just as large. Every misstep, every bad cut, and every breakdown is recorded. The show will tell the story. Business partners will see the results. The financial impact of a weak season at Dominion would echo through future plans. Whatever the final result, one thing is clear. Parker Schnabel is not chasing quick, easy money. The choices at Dominion show a focus on long-term goals, building a serious mining business, honoring family roots, and pushing modern placer mining to new levels in the Yukon. This is a picture of a modern Klondike leader in the making. A miner who takes the money that could buy a quiet, comfortable life and instead commits it to frozen ground, loud machines, and short, unforgiving seasons. An empire built not in skyscrapers, but in steel, diesel, and thawing pay streaks. For viewers who want to follow stories like this in more detail and keep up with the real-life highs and lows behind Gold Rush and the Klondike, subscribing to Gold Era 2.0 is the next step. That way, new deep dives into Parker Schnabel's world, the battles at Dominion Creek, and the changing face of modern gold mining in the Yukon will not be missed as this intense season pushes every machine, every worker, and every decision to the limit.